So today we're going to explore a cooling, calming breathing practice. The first thing we're going to do is establish a sense of deep, smooth, even breathing, and then we'll add the cooling practice to that. So to start with, make sure you've found your upright posture sitting. If you're sitting on a chair, that might mean a rolled up blanket or a cushion under your sit bones. Or if you're sitting on the floor, a cushion or some blocks. Anything to lift your hips a little bit higher than your knees, which helps to straighten the pelvis so that the spine can lengthen up most comfortably. And then from there, let's just take the hands onto the body. We're going to breathe in and out smoothly through the nose. And while we do that, focusing on feeling the lower ribs widening on the inhale and softening on the inhale. So a few breaths like that. As you inhale, breathing through the nostrils, widening them slightly. Smooth breath in and then exhaling all the air out. So we'll do that a couple more times. Inhaling fully. Feeling that expansion of the whole of the rib cage, front, back and sides. Exhaling fully. And one more. So onto our cooling breath. We're going to use the tongue to create a sense of cool air coming in through the body. So if you can roll your tongue like a little tunnel and stick the tongue out of the lips, that's the first way we're going to try. If that's not something that's so easy for your tongue to do, you can just make a little bit of a dip in your tongue, sticking your tongue out of your mouth, so it'll look something like this. And there's still a little bit of a dip for you to breathe the cold air through. So first we're going to get the tongue in that position, and then breathe in, feel the cool air making its way from the tip of your tongue all the way through to the back of your throat. Have a sense of your whole head and throat, the air going down your throat cooling. And then we'll close the mouth, pause for a little second, breathe out naturally through the nose, and then repeat. So we're going to have a go at doing that. So whichever way your tongue is happy to do this, inhaling. So that's one round. You might find that yours is a little bit quicker or a little bit slower. So I will talk you through, but just feel free to find your own breath rhythm with this. It doesn't feel forced in any way. And the main thing is you're feeling that cooling air, not just all the way along your tongue, but have a sense of it permeating your head, down your throat and into your body. Okay, so when you're ready, sticking your tongue out or making your little dip, inhaling slowly and fully, feeling your rib cage expanding out to the side. When you can't inhale anymore, close your mouth, take a little pause, breathe out gently through your nose. Okay, let's do 3 together. And then let yourself come back to normal breathing. Just pause for a moment, see how that felt for you. Could you notice a cooling effect? Could you notice it not just on your tongue and in your mouth, but a sense of cooling your whole body? Could you feel a sense that you were slowing your breath down, which might have a little bit of a calming effect? So that's the first cooling breath, and it's called Sitali. And the second one is often suggested if you find it difficult to curl your tongue. I actually prefer it, even though I can curl my tongue. So see how it goes for you. So this one is called Sitkari, And you're just going to bring your teeth together. The tongue rests just behind the teeth, and you're just breathing in air through your teeth the same way, and you'll feel the coolness of the air coming into your mouth. Same thing. Can you have a sense of that coolness permeating your head, into your throat, and into your body as well? And then you close your mouth, exhale through the nose. You might find quite naturally there's a little bit of exhaling, lengthening happening. Okay, so here goes. Let's try 3 rounds together. Okay, and then letting that breathing go, coming back to your normal breathing, and just pause to reflect on how the Sitkari breath felt for you. And then to finish off today, let's just do 5 more rounds of a cooling breath. So the first one is a cooling breath, the second one is also cooling, it's called a hissing breath. So if you had a preference, just choose which one you like doing the most. And we're just going to sit and do 5 breaths together, and then see how that feels after doing a few more rounds. And a good way of counting rounds of breath is to use one of your hands, and each time you finish a round, just curl up a finger until you end up with a fist on your leg, and then that lets you know you've done the 5 rounds. Seeing if over those 5 rounds you can tune in more and more to a sense of slowing down, maybe the inhale becoming ever so slightly longer, maybe the exhale being ever so slightly longer than the inhale. Make sure you don't go to strain or a sense of forcing, and if at any point it feels like enough, just let it go and come back to your normal breathing. Okay, so here we go. If you haven't already, when you finish your 5 rounds, just coming back to normal breathing. Just noticing if you could feel that sense of cooling, maybe through your mouth, maybe through your body generally. And just sitting with the effects of that breath practice. Just noticing whether it did have any sense of calming for you. And different practices work for different people at different times. So again, there's no real right or wrong with it. The main thing is just to try and explore different things so that you work out what works for you at different times and in different ways. So I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to leave me a comment, and if you enjoy these videos, it would be great if you could press subscribe, the red button, and then you'll get updates on my new videos as they come through. Thanks very much for joining me today.